Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello. Welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. This weekend, what do I have going on? Very little. I've been operating all week thinking that tonight I have a shindig to go to. I've been thinking that my friend's birthday was tonight. It's not, it's tomorrow. So yesterday I was like, oh my god, I gotta go shopping. I gotta get Sophia a gift because it's Sophia's birthday. Sophia's birthday was on Monday. Make sure to wish her a happy birthday in the comments because we love Sophia. You've met her in many of my videos. She's the one who always comes book shopping with me right at the beginning of the year. I love her so dearly. I wanted to go get her a gift and I wanted to get her a book. And so I was looking at her wish list, saw this on there, and I was like, ooh. And she read this before I did and absolutely fucking loved it. And then we had a moment when I was reading it where I was yelling in the group, in the chat with her about this book and my feelings. So I was like, I'm gonna pick her up the second death of the lock, but I'm not just gonna get her the book. I also got her a fun bookmark. I'm gonna annotate this thing. So it is annotated top to bottom. So last night I was rereading this, annotating it, thinking that I had a party to go to tonight. And then I looked up when the party was tonight, because I was like, I couldn't remember if it was like 5:30 or 6:30 or whatever. Turns out it's tomorrow. And I was like, fuck. I could have like not rushed through this. But I did. I reread this and I tried to keep the spine nice and new and everything. I was very careful with it. And so it was all annotated for Sophia, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to give it to her because I did that once with Gideon the Ninth previously, because I knew that she took my copy, borrowed my copy of Gideon to read, loved it, which was so surprising. And so then I got her a copy of Gideon and she really, really liked my annotations in Gideon. And so I got her a copy and I reread and annotated the book at that point. And she was very happy with that and she loved that gift so much. So, and it's just nice. A little extra and like a little something. Because like one, I know she's not going to return the book because she loves the book. It's on her wish list. And I love the book and I read it now twice. So I think it's always a fun little gift and you can do something a little bit more personable for friends. So yay, wonderful. Love that so much. So that's tomorrow. But other than that, I have literally no plans. I would love to try another loaf of sourdough. I've moved my starters. Yesterday I had them in here with the light on so that it was warm in there. Today I've got a thermometer in the mail, a little Starfrit thermometer, because someone in my TikTok comments said that like you should make sure that your bread is at 200 degrees fully cooked. And I was like, oh, I did not know that. I have that. And now I'm using that to like sense the temperature around my starters. And we're gonna get nice and close to them right now. So they are here and here. We have the 1:3:3 ratio right here in the pink jar. And then the 1:10:10 ratio here in this jar. And I've been watching them all day to see any movement and they have not done anything yet. And it's like just about 20 degrees, just over 20 degrees under these lights because these lights are warm. So they're doing their thing. I know the 1:10:10 ratio naturally will just take a lot longer for the starter to do its starter thing. But I'm really hoping that I can potentially do another loaf tomorrow because we have officially doubled the number of days with the 1:3:3 ratio. So I think I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try another loaf. Gonna try. Anyways, I'm here. It's 5:30. I'm a little munchy. I've been editing Friday's video because I did not get it up yesterday because I was rereading The Second Death of Block. And I just ran out of steam. So I decided to just wait a day and put it up. And today I had to take Freya to the vet and all this kind of stuff. It was just an appointment that she had. She needed to get her vaccine, all that kind of stuff. And so that's what today was. She was not happy with me. And now she's in a brand new, I got her something new. I got her a new toy. Let me show you. Toy, AKA the new tunnel. I put the blanket there in case she wanted to lay on top of it, but she's in here somewhere. Hey, Goosey, are you there's? Are you in heels? She's in there somewhere. There's her butt. Hi, baby. She's just having a little snooze after the heyday of today. She seems to like that tunnel, which is really nice. Gives her something more to do other than just bother me all day. But yeah, so that was today. So I've been editing after work my video, and so I'm gonna keep doing that, and I'm gonna get it up tonight. It'll have been up for you guys, so that's awesome. It's the Far Horizons writing vlog #1, so it's the weekend. I don't know what I'm gonna be reading this weekend. I have a couple things that I would like to be reading. I, once again, am pretty behind. I just have been feeling so dull and lethargic and not in any like creative or whatever mood, right? So, you know, constantly fighting the battles of my own seasonal depression. Hopefully I get some reading done. I would really like to read The Isle of the Silver Sea because I did restart that last weekend. I also have A Feather So Black by Lyra Celine that I would love to get to. And of course, the Jasad Crown, which I still haven't made any more progress in since I started it. I think it's just because I don't have the audiobook anymore. And I did get myself an Aardvark box book because I was really excited about one of the books, and that is Kill the Beast by Sarah Swift. This is a cozy fantasy with like a slightly gritty adventure attached to it, and I'm pretty sure it's like platonic love, and I am so ready for this. So maybe this, I don't know. I have a lot of different cozy things that I want to be reading. I have plans for future TBR side quest episodes, so I have all sorts of things. And of course I have my mantle of TBR over there, so I have lots of options for what I could be reading. That's what this weekend's gonna be. It's gonna be relaxing, it's gonna be knitting, it's gonna be reading, and it's gonna be just gabbing, which is the usual, which is awesome. So welcome to the vlog. I'm so glad you're here, and I'll catch you a little later, but I'm gonna make some soup now because I made soup yesterday. I'm gonna heat it up for dinner. Delish!
And how it can boost creativity and prove very therapeutic. After that, we will look at the materials you can use, how to get inspired, and how to gather references. Next, we will look at various drawing techniques and how to choose colours.
Goose, what you doing, Papa?
We will create pages illustrating what we have written.
You need to come out?
That day,
What's going on?
around us using different techniques each step.
Freya! Hi, baby! What are you doing? Oh, she returned! Hello, my love! Open it. Oh, you open it!
I don't think
Oh my god!
Let's have it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sophie. Happy birthday to you. Woo! 1, 2, 3.
You getting the big sniffies? Oh, you smell all the cats. You smell all the people. Oh, big sniffies. Oh, yeah. You sniff those socks. Oh, baby.
Am I making bread at 2 in the morning? Yes, I am. I had such little hope in this loaf today. It was so wet. It wasn't doing what I wanted. And like, it kind of did a thing. It looks better than both my other loaves. It has a huge burst. I'm letting this sit all night. I will cut into it in the morning, but like, I made something. It's almost 3:30 in the morning. Oh, I finished it. Happy Sunday, friends. I have no words. Who knew lady knights would have so much pain in their armored hands? I need to read all the Lady Knight books now, guys. Drop your Rex below. Because second death of luck. And now this. Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Cat TV's on the TV. I just noticed that my little one was playing with this. I don't know how that dropped down. This is the blind thing. Yeah. We leave that strung at the top of my everything. Hi, friends. Oh my goodness. What a weekend. Yesterday, I was sitting on my couch just going like, wow, I've read nothing. I read nothing. And I ended up deciding to start into The Isle in the Silver Sea properly because I wanted to finish it this weekend. And I was like, great, that shouldn't take me that long. I started not the book itself. I started reading it, picked it back up. I was on chapter 14. I picked it back up at like 10:30 last night and I finished it at 3:30 in the morning. I loved that book. I gave it 4.5 stars. It is almost a perfect book, but there got to a point once, because there's part 1 and part 2 in this book. And once you hit part 2, I was like, okay, there's so much momentum. Everything is happening. I hit part 2 and then it kind of screeches to a halt. And then I was like, okay, I understand why. Like things have to story-wise. I was like, okay, I understand why this is slowing down. But then it got to a point where I literally wrote in the margins, I was like, okay, fucking let's go. Like, please, like, this is taking forever. Like, it's just, nothing is moving anymore. At the end, it was just a lot of waiting, and I was like, ah. So I do think it could have been tightened a little bit at the end. Not like the very ending, but like the last 30% in there somewhere, it could have been tightened a little bit, and like just like 50 less pages or something. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, I get it. Get why. And I was trying to like reason with myself and being like, okay, like if she had cut out some of this, Tasha Shuri, the author, if she hadn't cut out some of this, then I probably would be complaining about how quick the ending felt and how unlike everything else it feels, because it feels so apt to the book, to the slower churning fairy tale level of things. And I get that, but I was annoyed because it felt like a lot of the momentum had been completely taken out of it. But the actual ending, like the sequence of events in the last 15% of the book were perfect. I cried so hard. Another thing about this book that like didn't quite make it a perfect 5-star, because it's 4.5 star, was that I wish there was more in the romance. And I think that's because I read The Second Death of Locke as like another Lady Night book, and I also just reread that to annotate for Sophia's birthday. I miss that level of yearning. I miss the level of like, okay, I understand why these two have so much chemistry. I didn't quite feel that with Vina and Simran. We didn't quite get there with those two until their tail had kicked in, and you'll know what I mean if you read the book. There's something a little missing with them, but I love Vina and her depth of feeling for Simran. And by the end of this, I was like, no, these two are absolutely perfect. The way that the ending worked, the ending is like 10 out of 5 stars. It is so good. And I love the way that like the choices were made in the relationship and this kind of stuff. And I absolutely love the world building that Tasha Shuri painted in this book. It was just perfect. Like the world building was so cool because it's a play on London, and the fairy tale and the tales and how, you know, this kingdom is using these tales as its like life's blood. And there's a lot of really interesting commentary as you get through it into the last part of the book, like from the archivists who are holding on to these stories and like the proper stories and all that kind of stuff. So, and like how they're like shackling the stories and into like not being able, like they're not allowed to change anything, but stories are naturally transmutive and they move and they, you know, I loved that. I loved how much this was painted and built on story, and how many stories I recognized and then how many stories I was like, I don't know what this is, but I love this. Like, I don't know if Tasha Shuri built them to be like something in her world or if it was like actual stories that are from our world and I just don't recognize them. Like, I just love the stories. I love the fairy tale. I love what Tasha Shuri was saying in this book. Oh, it was just so good. It was so good. There's just two little things, and it was the full momentum crash at the end. And the relationship between Vina and Simran didn't quite get me in the beginning. I kept wanting more. I kept wanting more yearning. I kept wanting more depth and more understanding as to why they fall for each other without it just being the tale doing that to them. And I know that's kind of the point too. Anyways, so I finished that last night and I'm so happy about it. You guys need to pick that up. It is one of the most beautiful books I've read this year. Like, Tasha Shuri's writing is stunning in it. I also understand why a lot of people aren't gonna like this book, because it is a little slower, it is a little more churny, it is like you need to dedicate time to this book because it takes time to get through it. And it feels like a fairy tale. It feels like that. And then it's also, every once in a while, Simran, one of our characters, slips in a curse and it kind of like pulls that back a little bit. It's like a little bit of like a slingshot in the middle of all this like beautiful lyrical writing. And it just, I loved the way it worked. I loved it. I loved that book so much. Like, to the point where I'm like, it could be a 5-star if it just didn't fuck up the momentum at the end. So that was my yesterday. I have done so much knitting, so much crochet. That's all I've been doing all weekend, knitting and crochet. And then on Saturday, Sophia's birthday. So fun, so lovely, great evening. She loved her gift, as you could see from her reaction, which was very lovely, and I love that so much. And then on Sunday, I went out and about, did a couple errands, you know, shipped up a couple packages, etc., etc. I also went to the thrift store and I found some like physical media because I kind of love having like physical DVDs, even though in my place currently, I don't have a DVD player. I don't really have anywhere to store DVDs. But one day when I have a house, so whatever my next place is, when I decide to move and get a house and whatever, I'm gonna have like physical media case, like a DVD case filled with my favorites. And I found 2 of the Star Wars movies, episode 2 and 3, I do believe. And also Love Actually, which I think is so fun. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's not a great movie, like quality-wise. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I watch it every Christmas. So I had to get that one as well. And I found a little frame and 2 saucepan things, which is very fun. I didn't find any of their lids, but I found them, which is fun. So I will cook in them at some point and we'll see how they work, but hopefully they're good. I mean, they're Lagostina, which is like really good quality, and they're not scratched on the inside. Even better. So hopefully they work well with my stove. I was really worried that they were like induction pots. Really hope they're not. It doesn't say anywhere on them that they are, so we'll see. But hopefully they work on my stove, which is electric. That's been my weekend. A whole lot of nothing. I was editing this vlog today. At the point where I stopped editing just now, I also have to go to work. Oh yeah, you gotta get changed. It was at like 16 minutes. So I have not filmed a lot this weekend. I do apologize. It's just been a lot of B-roll and a lot of not me talking because I haven't been reading. I didn't do any reading or writing this weekend except for last night when I read a lot of The Island of the Silver Sea. So maybe tonight I need to get my writing back because I did not do any this weekend. I was very lazy or bed rotting, couch rotting, that's what it is, which is also totally okay. If you saw my writing vlog go up on Saturday morning for the Far Horizons Book 1, Part 1 writing vlog, talked a lot about mental health and creative seasons and that kind of stuff, so go watch that. That vlog is weirdly, like, I'm proud of it, even though not much happens in it. I am definitely proud of that vlog and how much I talked in it and how, I don't know, I'm proud of it. So please go watch it if you haven't, even if you're not into my writing content. I would love if you did. Anyways, I gotta go teach. So I gotta go put on real pants because I'm just wearing PJ shorts right now that have Santa on them. So real pants, gotta go teach, and I'll chat to you guys later. But it is Monday. Yay. Hello friends, it is now much later. It's 1:30 in the morning. Making myself a snack because I'm a little hungry. Then I'm gonna finish editing this vlog and get it up for y'all because I was up till like 4 in the morning yesterday, so now my sleep schedule's a little whack because I'm a little sleepy but not like tired as I should be. That's what happens when you stay up till 4 in the morning, Jen. But hi, I'm here to pop in and say hello. Today at teaching, I ended up starting, I'm like 7% of the way through, Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood, which is an arc that I've had for a little bit. And I also have her first book, which is Rewitched, which is somewhere on my shelves. Lucy Jane Wood, Rewitched, I'm pointing in that corner. That's where the W's are. And I literally 7% of the way through. I'm like maybe 3 chapters through. And I'm already a little annoyed with our main character, but I'm like trying to be chill about it because I know she's gonna learn and she's gonna open up and she's gonna chill out because she's so rigid and she's so obsessed with like her looks and her appearance and careful and tidiness. And I'm like, ooh, oh, this is gonna be something. So I'm excited to see where this goes though, because the Rewitched was lovely and super, super, super cozy. So I'm happy that I have Uncharmed to give a try. So we're definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna give Uncharmed a try and get through another one of my arcs. Yes. I realized that I have so many that are now just out in the world that I haven't read today because I did finish 2 books recently that were also on my arc list, which was The Keeper of Magical Things and the Island of the Silver Sea. I did put both of those through Call Pile and they both got 4.5 stars. So we love that. Both got 4.5 stars, and I loved both of them for many different reasons and all that kind of stuff. But I finally like wrote a review. Were they good reviews? No, my reviews are never good. They're never well done. They're just a kind of a jumble of feelings and mood and, you know, what I liked, what I didn't like, etc., etc. And I threw that up on Goodreads and then on NetGalley. So at least I've done those two. I'm slowly getting to them, guys, because they like the arcs that I have are of books that I'm like actually interested in reading. So like, of course I'm gonna get to them eventually. It's just a matter of actually getting to them. So I've decided to stop requesting that many arcs. I'm gonna be much more chill about it. I did request I did request another arc today. Granted, it is a book that I read for the first time via Kobo. So and it's like a little short novella. It's Nobody's Baby. I'll put a picture here of the cover, and I just it's one of those, like, I read the first one in this series, and it is kind of like a cozy mystery on a ship with like ship AI and stuff like that. And I liked the first one enough, so I figured I might as well try the second one, see if I like the series enough to keep going with it. So I did request that one. We'll see if I get it, because my ratio is surprisingly still like 55%. So, you know, not terrible. I'm making so much noise, I'm so sorry. I also decided that I'm going to knit. I just keep adding projects to my list, but I have been, this is my conspiracy theory. If you're into knitting or like know of the knitting world and like, you know, the popular patterns and stuff like that. But like last year, it was the Sophie scarf that like popped off, right? I don't understand the need for a tiny scarf. And there is a lot of knitted garments that I'm just like, I don't understand the need for this, because I live in a place that is just so cold in the winter. Like we get down to like -30 usually, unless we have a weird winter, which currently we're having a weird autumn. Like it's not even snowing out. It's still above 0, which is crazy because like I live in Manitoba in Canada. We live in the prairies. Like there was one year at Christmas, we were colder than Antarctica. We were colder than the surface of Mars. Like it was -53 with the wind chill. And to my American friends, at a certain point, the negatives even out from Fahrenheit. So like the -53 Celsius is like the same as -53 Fahrenheit. Fun fact. There's a lot of garments out there that I'm just like, I don't understand the purpose of this. And the Sophie scarf is one of them, because it's just this little scarf. And I'm like, what is that supposed to do? Like even in the fall temperatures, if you want to wear a scarf, you're going to wear a nice one that's like going to actually cover your neck, because that Sophie scarf leaves a lot, like the back of your neck, it leaves it vulnerable to the elements. So, I don't know. It might just be a fashion thing. Total side tangent. Oh my god. Talking about the Sophie scarf, that was last year's trend. This year's trend is the sailor slippers, which look so fun. And I'm going to knit, I bought myself yarn to knit myself a pair. And then I was like, humming and hawing about it, and I was like, it's actually such a good Christmas idea for my parents, because they both love slippers. I was like fighting myself against it, and I was like, you know what, just buy the yarn. Just get your parents some yarn. So I found a kind of sus looking site. I'm a little suspect about it, but it had like enough security features around my like putting in like credit card information that I'm like, okay, this seems fine. So it's from the UK, and I found like really cheap drops yarn. The drops snow, which is the yarn that the pattern of the sailor slippers requires, or calls for, not requires, 100% wool, so that it felts. I'm so excited to try them. So I now have 3 more projects to knit. I think it'll be an interesting gift for my parents, because they'll like kind of match each other, because they'll both be striped, but they're like different colorways, and they're very muted colorways, because I know my parents aren't like big color people. So I got my dad like a navy and a dark green and black for his, and then I got my mom like a cream and like a cooler brown tan, and then like a dark brown for her soul. So those like they have like very neutral colors. So that's what I decided tonight. Spent more money. That's the last thing I'm gonna make them, because I just love making stuff for people, and 'tis the season that I just want to make all the yarn things. So I think that would be fun. And then we all have like kind of matching slippers for Christmas. I think it would be cute. And I'm very excited about my colorway. I'll add it here because I love this so much. I was literally looking at, I'm eating and talking to you guys, this is awful, but I was looking at the site True North Yarn, which is a Canadian company that I bought my sweater yarn from. So I bought my slipper yarn from them because I know it's like reliable. But so it was literally the quadrant of colors that were available, like those 4 were next to each other, and I was like, oh my god, I have to. These are so beautiful together. So very excited about that. Yay. Anyways, yes, my friends. So I finished a book this weekend, finished a book that I have been reading since July. I've reread the first 10 to 30% of this book 3 times. I have now finished this book and it's a 4.5 star. I just love the Isle in the Silver Sea so deeply. It's so beautiful. It's like a fairy tale-esque thing. It's about a land, an isle that is built on stories, and like they need stories to live. And they have incarnates who are the human embodiments of these stories, and they are fated to live out their story, their tale, every lifetime. And it like gets reborn in new people and whatever when the story is completed properly. We follow the incarnates of the tale, the knight and the witch, which is a tragic love story of where like the knight gets ensorcelled by the witch and then ends up killing the witch after they've both fallen in love with each other. It's a whole thing. So we're following Vina and Simran, who are the knight and the witch, and it's also them realizing that 1, their tale is like starting, and 2, someone's trying to kill incarnates and is like slowly killing pieces of the Isle. And so they're like trying to figure that out and all this kind of stuff. So it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's lush, it's not what you think it is, and it also is what you think it is, and I fucking loved it. I'm so sad that it's not a full 5 star, but 4.5 star. Basically a perfect book, except for a couple things. I loved it so much. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this vlog here, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I need to eat the cereal before it goes mushy, because it's kind of already a little bit mushy, because I've been sitting here yapping. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so deeply, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading. I'm losing it. Freya sees this black cat. Whoever this creator is has 2 black cats. And she sees them and she was staring at them so intently on the screen. She says, "Mom, that's like me. That's like me." Oh my god. Yeah, baby. That's like you. Look at him. Oh, he likes yarn too. Yeah.